Hi, my champion. My name is Kelvin Henry Shamboko, Gold Executive Prime Rated of the company, Speakers Bureau member, Millionaire Circle member, the Unstoppable Goal Getters Team CEO. I'm so delighted and so excited to share more information on the theme that we are going to use this year as a team. Before we proceed, I just want to take this privilege to thank you, my dear champion, for creating time to listen to this presentation. And I want you to know that I love you and I want you to win this year. I'm very excited because of what is about to happen this year. I can feel it, I can see it. The Lord has showed me that this is going to be a great year for our team. We are going to create so many success stories, and I want you to brace yourself for that. Now, I want us to take a moment just to look at the theme that we are using as Explosion Africa, which is Arise and Shine. This year, indeed, we are going to arise and shine. Now, as UGG team, if we are going to arise and shine, in the market, in Explosion Africa, then we need to win the game. Our theme as UGG team is saying, win the game. Build, inspire, dominate. Yes, your vision, your hustle, your legacy. So in short, it is your vision that is going to be the game changer here. Make sure that you have a very big vision. You have a very big dream. You have big dreams. What kind of a legacy would you want to create by the end of the day? Those are the things that we're talking about. Now, the vision. Make sure that you have big dreams because size matter. So dream big. It takes, in fact, the same energy to dream big and to dream small. Then why should you dream small? So make sure that you have big dreams that are going to drive you, that are going to make you to work very hard this year. The question I have for you is, what kind of a rank do you want to have by the end of the year? What is your financial goal? What kind of impact do you want to create? So make sure that your dreams are very high, are very big. Aim for the moon so that even when you miss, you'll be able to land on the stars. So have big dreams. And your dreams are the ones that are going to determine the hustle that you're going to put in. So every call that you're going to make, every presentation, every prospecting, every follow-up, every close that you're going to make, I want you to know that that is your hustle. You are doing that because you want to build an empire. Not any other person's empire, but your own empire. It is your hustle. And then it should be in proportion to the vision that you have, to the big dreams that you have. And you're doing that because you want to create a legacy that is going to last. How would you want to be remembered? What kind of a person would you want to be remembered? So make sure that, everything that you're going to do, it is going to be very much intentional and deliberate. My dear champion, 2026, our campaign is saying financial independence. We are running a financial campaign. We are running a financial independence campaign where, this is the campaign against poverty. We need to make sure that we win this campaign. And 2026, this is our year to lead, win, and leave a legacy. 2026 is not a year of chance. It is a year of choice, commitment, and execution. At UGG team, we are stepping into a new level of ownership. Ownership of our goals, ownership of our growth, ownership of our financial future. Don't leave your financial future at the mess of any other person, because it is you who is going to live in that future. So make sure that the dreams that you come up with, you are taking ownership of those things. I want you to imagine living in those dreams. I want you to imagine having that rank. I want you to imagine having managed to achieve that financial goal. How will your life be? So don't leave that at the mess of any other person. This is the year we stop watching the game and we won it. What are we saying? This year we don't watch the game, we won it. No excuses, no sidelines. 2026 is for players only. Won the game. If you are serious about growth, leadership, and legacy, this is your year. Won the game. Average is cancelled. Focus is activated. Won the game. Some will talk about the game. Others will become it, won the game. Some will talk about change. Others will become it, won the game. The season has changed. The mindset must change too, won the game. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need permission, not even from your upline, not even from myself. All you need is a decision. Won the game. Won the game, Tikwezeka. Now, this is going to be our campaign message. Won the game means no excuses, no fear, no limits, no half commitment. You build your business, you inspire your people, you dominate your market. And under won the game, we have three pillars. The first pillar is build, under which we are saying you need to build strong systems. Now, the good news I have for you, my dear champion, is that we already have systems in place. You're not going to try anything this year. Everything that works has already been discovered and it is already in place. Yours is simply to follow that system, work the system, and the system is going to work for you. We have a system on prospecting, we have a system on inviting, we have a system on closing, we have a system on presenting, we have some videos in place. Make sure that you work the system and the system is going to work for you. And of course, you need to build strong habits. Now, this is very important. It is so amusing, how people start their year. They'll start the year with a lot of excitement. They are sharing their resolutions. Then along the way, you get to wonder what could have happened, to that excitement, to all those resolutions. They go back to default settings. Now, the question is, why is that always the case? To most of the people, it is because they don't have strong habits. So how about you build strong habits around your vision? Now, Brian Tracy said, when you do something repeatedly for over 60 days, it becomes a habit for you. When you are starting, it is going to be very boring. It's going to be very boring inviting. It's going to be very boring prospecting. It's going to be very boring presenting. It's going to be very boring, reading books about this business. It's going to be very boring showing up every day, even when you don't see the results. It is going to be very boring. But keep on doing those boring things. Before you know it, they are going to become a habit. And that is how you create wealth, because your success is found, from your daily routine, the things that you do on a daily basis. So build strong habits this year. Habits that are going to support your dreams. Habits that are going to support that new version of yourself, that new version of a person who is going to attract success to himself. We also build strong leaders. I want you to be a strong leader this year. And of course, that is how you build a strong income. Before you know it, my champion, you are going to make that money that you've always want to make from this business. Now, how would we manage to do that one? Is by committing to daily action and being consistent and working on ourselves. That is personal growth. Now, the first pillar is so very much, it's so very much interesting. Under the first pillar, which is building, is where, of course, as you are working on this pillar, the world, they are not going to be able to see what you are doing. And that is why they are going to call you names. They are going to laugh at you. But I want you to understand this. It is you who are seeing the vision. Keep on doing it. Yes, they may not see it, but you have seen it. Just on the very first day, as you put the first block, you are starting building, and you've put the first block, you should be able to see, a finished building already. Be able to see that well-furnished building, because it is already in your vision. You can see it. And that is why you need to keep on doing with a lot of excitement, with a lot of energy, because you can see the end just from the very beginning. Have an end in mind. Yes, when you are building the foundation, the world may not see it. And that is why they are going to laugh at you, because they cannot see what you are working on. It is going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of time for you to put up that strong building. But the good news I have for you is that the stronger the foundation, the stronger the building that you are going to elect on that one. But if you are going to have a weak foundation, and you build a structure on that weak foundation, it will just be a matter of time. That structure is going to come down, it's going to collapse. But we don't want that to happen. So give yourself some time to build a strong foundation. The next stage is where they're now going to call you an inspiration. They're going to rewrite your story. They're going to reshare your story. And that time is going to come. You now have the results. And of course, you have discipline and you have integrity and you're now inspiring others. The third pillar is dominate. Dominate is where now you need to show up prepared. My dear champion, it is very, very, very dangerous to have an opportunity and you're not prepared. It is in fact very much okay to be prepared and don't have an opportunity. So make sure that before that team shows up, before you have a very big organization, before you have a very big network, become a leader. Because if that team is going to show up before you become a leader, that team is going to disappear. So make sure that you are prepared for the next level. You are prepared for the next level of income, for the next level of business, the ranks and everything. And we execute with excellency, no mediocrity. And we become the team that sets the standard. So now, under the first pillar, which is building, what we are saying is, the first stage is where we are laying the foundation. Do the work. And the focus area here is daily prospecting, daily presenting, daily follow-ups, daily closing, daily everything. You are doing money generating activities. You may not see the results there and then, but keep on doing it. Your focus should not be on the results. Your focus should be on the activities. Why? Very simple. Because you don't have control over the results. So meaning to say, focus on that which you have control over. And what is that? The activities. Skill development. Work more on yourself. Make sure that your skill set is very much on point. And work more on your mindset as well. It is very, very difficult. It's more difficult to believe that you can make a 1 million than it is to make that 1 million in this business. That is why you need to work on your mindset. The reason why you're not doing this business more is because your belief levels are very much small. Just because you join this business with a very small capital does not mean to say this is a small business. Don't attach the size of this business to the size of the capital that you invested in. This is a very big business. It is a multi-time billion business, dollar business. So make sure that you take it that way. You treat it that way, and it's going to pay you that way. System execution and duplication. And the builder's mindset is, I show up even when it is uncomfortable. In 2026, my dear champion, I want you to embrace this new mindset, this new attitude, where you tell yourself to say, I want to become comfortable being uncomfortable. You should learn to become comfortable being uncomfortable. You need to do those things that are very uncomfortable, because that is where your success is. Your success is outside your comfort zone. So learn to love doing uncomfortable things. I want you to learn to love talking to those people, to make those uncomfortable calls, to make those uncomfortable follow-ups, to make those uncomfortable presentations, because that is where your success is. And the next pillar is inspire, where you become the example. Focus areas: leadership by action, team support, and mentorship. You are recognizing, you are encouraging your team, and leader's mindset. My growth inspires others too. Others to grow as well. Now the third pillar is dominate. This is where results, they speak for you, my dear champion. People are going to look for your number. People are going to look for your name. People are going to share you on their status. People are going to give you the mic, give you the stage to share your inspiring story. That time is coming. All you need to do is to make sure that you dominate. Dominate, and all these things are going to happen. And of course, you need the focus areas here is rank advancement. Be that person who is going to rank, and you're going to see how everyone else is going to put you on their status. Make sure that you grow your income. You're going to see how people are going to put you on their status, how people are going to talk about you. I mean, that is what you're talking about. Market visibility, where you are seen, and of course you are available. You're not just available, but you are also visible, where you are creating influence. And the key message here is, we don't compete, we set the standard. Now, this is going to be our commitment this year, my dear champion. We commit to taking responsibility for our financial growth. We commit to developing leadership and duplication. These are two different things. It is one thing to be a leader, it is another thing to duplicate yourself into the people that you bring into the business. Now let me be practical. I want you to imagine where we have an event and you are the one who has been doing everything. You are the one who prospect, the one who invite, the one who present, the one who close, the one who does almost everything. And now in that event, you want to have 200 guests. You are the 10 of you together with your champions. But then because you are the one who has been doing everything, you want even to invite for your champions. The question is it practical? Is it possible? Yes, it may be possible, but it's going to be very difficult for you. But what if you had duplicated yourself into your champions? Everything that you can do, even your champions can do. They can invite, they can prospect, they have the numbers. And each one of you, you have at least 20 guests in that event. The question is it that possible? Is that possible? Of course it is. That is what you're talking about. So without duplication, this business becomes another job. Just as your time, your effort, your skills are limited, so is the money that you're going to make. But when you are able to duplicate, you are multiplying yourself. That is how you create residual income for yourself, because you are leveraging yourself. So make sure that everything that you can do, teach it to your champions as well. Supporting our team and uplifting others. We are one team and we need to uplift one another. Staying disciplined. Discipline, Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishment. Make sure that you stay disciplined, you stay focused, and you are coachable. Yes, you need to be disciplined because motivation is going to get you started. As you are starting the year, you're going to be very motivated. But what is going to keep you going is discipline. Creating generational impact through legacy thinking. Think, 10 years of you doing this business. Think about what is going to happen even 50 years after you're long gone. The impact that you could have created in your family and outside your family. That is what you're talking about. Now, this is going to be our campaign activation strategy. 90-day won the game challenge, where we need to be having daily activity tracking, weekly accountability check-ins, and monthly recognition for top performers. And the slogan is play hard, stay consistent, win big. Now, weekly theme execution. In the first week, in the first month, that is the first to the fourth week, that is where you are building. That is where you need to put in effort and time. It takes some time, it takes some effort for you to come up with a solid and a stable foundation. Of course, give yourself the time to do that. And now, as you are doing that, the world may not see like I mentioned. But then in the 5th week, going to the 8th week, there now you are able to inspire. They're going to call you an inspiration because they are seeing the results. They are now seeing what you've been working on. And on the 9th to the 12th week, you're now dominating. People are now talking about you. People, they are putting you on their status. This is going to happen, my dear champion. Each week, it includes one team training, one leadership spotlight, one action assignment. What we are saying, when you're given an assignment, don't shun away. The learning is in the doing. Make sure that you do what? You give yourself that chance to do what? To do the learning. The visual and social campaign. Content ideas. Of course, before I come to that one, members, as you are posting every time, is it on social media? Is it in the platform? Make sure that you put hashtag won the game UGG. Hashtag Build.Inspire.Dominate. Hashtag UGG Legacy. Hashtag Tikwezeka. We need to make sure that we make some noise. We need to be visible. They need to see us. They need to start asking questions like, who are these people? What is it that they're working on? Content ideas, daily wins, You make some money, no matter how little it is, make sure that you take a screenshot, put it on your status, share it in the platforms. Of course, as little as it may be, but then that money that you've made, it is proof that the system works. That is what people want to see. And every guest that you have, take a picture of that guest, post on social media, put on your status, share in the platforms, and all the team activities. Take some pictures. Take some pictures for your personal growth moments. It is very important. We are in the marketing business where you need to make sure that you showcase everything that is happening. Now, this is going to be our declaration. I choose growth over comfort. I choose discipline over excuses. I choose legacy over short-term pleasure. I won the game. It is a statement. UGG team won the game. Our campaign affirmation. I won my decisions. My mentor Jim Rohn said, don't start the day before you finish it. So every morning you should have a to-do list. Know what you're going to do at every given hour. And won that decision. Won your growth. I won my growth. No one is going to come and grow on your behalf. And when you grow, everything else grows. I won my results. I won the game. Tikwezeka. Call to action. 2026 belongs to those who take responsibility, who execute consistently, who lead boldly. UGG team is not here to participate. We are here to dominate. And these are our goals this year. We are here. In 2026, we want to create 5 millionaire circle members. By the time we are reaching June, we should have created at least 1 millionaire circle member. We are going to work very, very hard because this has to become a reality. And of course, we want to create 50 silver executives. This is our policy now as UGG. When you join our team, make sure that you become a silver executive in 6 months' time. So make sure that you teach your champions, those that you're going to bring into the business, how to rank up in 6 months' time. And want to create 20 gold executives this year. We want to make sure that we have 7 top earners in Zambia this year. And of course, we want to have 2 team buildings, one in Lusaka, one in Copperbelt. In Lusaka, we're going to have it in the first quarter. We're going to communicate when it's going to be in Copperbelt. But Copperbelt, be ready for that one. Please copy. We want to have a recognition, a team recognition dinner this year. That is why we're going to celebrate our success, celebrate our achievements. And we are going to end the year with an end-of-year lifestyle event where we're going to continue the celebration. We've worked very hard. Yes, it has been a year of hard work, but then in the end, it is all high five. We are now celebrating. And I can't wait to celebrate your success. I can't wait to celebrate with you at the end of this year. Thank you so very much. We are here to win the game. Build, inspire, dominate. It is your vision, your hustle, your legacy. Tikwezeka. I love you. Let's all meet at the top where we eat well and travel the world. My name is Kelvin Henry.